you do any type of investigation, or do you have any training or experience into the promotion of music, specifically Jeffrey Williams rap music?
No.
And by that I mean like something on YouTube, come to this event.
That wouldn't be relevant for my job as a gang investigator.
I couldn't hear you. I apologize.
I said that wouldn't be relevant for my job as a gang investigator. I don't study music. I don't, you know, like I said, when we investigate crimes, we look at the crime. The music might come into play once we're looking at the crimes that happen. But as far as us just focusing on music or targeting music, that's not what we do.
Let me show you what I believe. Well, can I have state's exhibit number? Do you mind playing for me? Let me show you with the court's, Honorable Court's permission, what's already been marked and entered into evidence, but I don't have the number, so
Okay.
Ms. Knight is helping with the number, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, is it okay if
Yes.
I play that once
Yes.
it is announced? While that's being pulled up, were you present for a February 28th, 2015 interview with Detective Dennis? There's others there. And Mr. Copeland, you know, Kenneth Copeland is Lil Woody?
Yes, I was there, but I think I was like in another room. We have a room where we have a monitor where we can watch the actual interview live. I wasn't actually in the room where they were interviewing him.
Okay, so you're watching via some sort of
Monitor.
connectivity, and you can hear what's going on?
Yes.
Okay. I may want to ask you about that, but make sure that we get this first.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I play 117E
Yes.
as an errand? Tell me if you've seen this before. It's already in evidence, okay?
Yeah, YSL. Carter 6 coming out Friday, first show. New Orleans, Holly Grove. Fuck, nigga. Meet me there, better yet. Beat me there, you did. With them dicks, too. Yeah.
Have you seen that before?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do any type of work to determine whether that was choreographed and promoted by the record label or anybody with the record label? Do you
No.
know? Okay. All right. In that February 28, 2015, I call it interrogation, interview, whatever, conversation with Mr. Copeland or Lil Woody and one of your team members that you're watching on the other line or other room.
No.
Do you remember it coming up by Detective Dennis saying it's marketing? A lot of rap is entertainment, it's marketing. Do you remember all that?
Somewhat. It's been a while. But
Do you have any knowledge of how much money has gone into marketing the performer known as Young Thug? Do you know?
I'm sure a lot.
And that marketing backs up a certain type of image for the music. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
Did you ever speak with any of the marketers to prepare for this case at all?
I did not.
Do you know who Future is, a performer, fabulous performer, Future?
Future, the rapper?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know whether that performer has any type of symbol, like an animal symbol? And if you don't, just...
No, can't think of one.
Okay. Do you know whether Lil Wayne has a symbol?
It's not coming to me right away.
Okay. Does a goat sound familiar? And if you don't know, just...
That sounds familiar. It seemed like I seen that on an album cover or something.
Okay. And Future, an eagle? Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
And Drake, an owl?
Yes, I remember the owl.
And have you seen Jeffrey Williams collaborate with all those different individuals, those performers?
I have.
And have you seen their album covers or pictures with the snake and the goat, the owl and the snake, the eagle and the snake? Have you seen that?
I've seen a couple of them, not all of them. I really haven't paid attention to them.
Okay. I want to go over with you. You were asked questions about the rodeo tour, or what known as the rodeo tour.
Yes.
And you were asked about whether crime slowed down in March of 2015, something to that effect. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you know what Jeffrey Williams' schedule was in January 2015?
No.
Do you know how many days he was physically in Atlanta area?
No.
How about in February 2015?
I don't know.
Is that going to be the same answer for the rest of 2015?
I mean, looking at this exhibit, he was pretty busy.
Well, that exhibit ends on around April 2015. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
Did you ever, through your investigation, know that Jeffrey Williams was performing all over the world in 2015?
I did not really keep up with it, but we kept up with it, but we didn't keep up with it. So we kind of noticed, like you said, the slowdown of the crime in March, which we saw that, he was on tour and gone a lot. So
when was the uptick again in the crime?
it started back in April.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you know where Jeffrey Williams, whether he was in Atlanta in April?
According to this tour thing, he was April 15th, April 1st, April 2nd, and April 3rd. He was on tour, so the rest of April, I can't say where he was.
Do you know whether he was in Atlanta?
I don't know.
And that's going to be the answer for the rest of the year, right?
Yes.
Where was Jeffrey Williams physically living in 2014?
I have no idea.
How about 15?
15, I was a part of the search warrant team. Can I talk about that? The resident?
Yeah. Your Honor, I think we need to move past.
Just answer the question of whether you know where he was living.
Yes. Some parts of 2015.
Okay. How many residents did he have in 2015?
I'm not sure. I just know of one.
How about 16? 2016?
No.
Same answer throughout until May of 2022?
Same answer.
All right. Do you know whether he was living for considerable periods of time outside of Atlanta during all those years?
I don't know.
Okay. How many times in and around January 2015, God forbid the killings, January 10th, 2015, okay? How many times did Jeffrey Williams initiate, he's the one to initiate the caller to Demise McMullen?
I don't know.
How about Kenneth Copeland?
I don't know.
Justin Cobb?
I don't know. I didn't look into that part of the investigation.
Okay. All right. Now, you were asked about whether Jeffrey Williams, you were shown a stack. It's Jeffrey Williams exhibit numbers 220, and then it starts with A and it goes alphabetically throughout. And you were asked about January 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, whether you found any schedules of concerts. You remember that question?
That was on the flyers.
Yes.
Did we see any flyers?
Yes.
Because it was a list of flyers for the whole year, I think.
Yes. Do you know who got those flyers?
No,
Okay. Do you know who Detective Racy is, by any chance?
I do.
Now, January 11th, 2015, do you know where Jeffrey Williams physically was?
I don't.
Do you know whether he was filming a music video?
I don't.
Ms. That's not an evidence.
Sustained.
Same question on the 12th. Do you know whether what he was doing?
On the 12th, was he where he was? I don't know.
Do you know what type of work he was doing on the 11th, 12th, 13th, et cetera?
I don't.